Welcome back. And I'm still rocking with my boy Promoboii, but let's get a little more deep into this producing thing, right? Now, one thing I can honestly say, I love the fact that you produced one of my favorite tracks of Championships with Meek Mill, On Me with Cardi B. You know what I'm saying? Tell us how that process worked. How did you become a part of it?
I was just reaching out to producers. I remember I was reaching out to a lot of producers at the time, and I was letting them know what I can bring to the table. So we always used to talk about, okay, well, if I need drums, I'll go to Promoboii, or if I need this, I'll do that. So opportunity presented itself at the time. I didn't even know it was for Meek Mill or Cardi B. A&R reached out to me, and a producer reached out to me. I forgot the producer name, but A&R reached out to me and asked me if I could. He sent me a session, and asked me if I could add my drums to the beat.
Yeah.
And the only thing was on there's a doom 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 that whole melody thing.
Right.
And I just added my drums and I sent it all to him, and they said they're gonna try to ship it out to somebody. And at the time, Meek was coming home, and I guess, he was reaching out for people at Atlantic because Meek signed to Atlantic. And at the end of the day, Meek.
Oh, he not with Maybach?
Maybach. No, like his head label right now. Atlantic.
Yeah, right.
That's just whatever he hooked up with Ross.
Right.
So at the end of the day, they got the record, and then I found out like everybody else, like they of course the producing A&R reached out, but I found out everybody else. I'm like, that's crazy. We made the cut. That was like one of the most craziest experiences. I didn't even know, like, it comes from my hometown. Like that was the best
that's
part.
Probably a beautiful feeling in the world, man. Like, congrats to you, man.
Yeah,
congrats
sure.
to you. Now, I'm pretty sure now you're open to work anyway. What are the requirements to even working with you in the studio for like any artist that's tuning in right now?
You just got to be humble, and you got to just have consistent. Cause we not leaving until it's done, and that's a lot of people a lot of people never been in like a 10-hour studio session. Nobody never spent the night in the studio before, like. So, like, some people, they used to the 1-2 hours and they ready to go. But, like,
nah.
So, yeah, we not leaving until it's done. Like, we do 24-hour sessions sometimes. Like, anything that, like, we might just be mixing a record for, like, 24 hours. Like, you see what I'm saying?
Okay, so you're saying, let's say I'm an artist, right? And I walk into the studio and I'm about to work with Promoboii, right? So you're telling me the first thing we do is just have a sit down to pretty much get an idea of what record that I wanna.
No, we don't go to the studio for that, bro. We gonna do a meeting, or we gonna talk on the phone for that. When we get there, we already know what's up.
Okay.
We already know we got the record. I might play a couple, but we already know what you're trying to do. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Do you ever feel like sometimes when you're in the studio that you may want to spit a quick 16? I know you'd be like, damn,
bro.
this beat is hard.
It's crazy. It'd be a lot of records. Like, yo, I should have kept that for myself. Like, I should have did this on it, but I'm like, no, at the end of the day, that's for them. Because when you create it, sometimes you make it, and it's like, well, I can relate to that too. I could use this for me, But yeah, I always get inspired, like, working with live. That's why I like to work with a lot of people, because you get ideas too that bounce back on you as a songwriter. That's why I'm open to working with anybody and everybody.
Yeah, that's good. Do you have what name like a good song that's out right now, or even came out in the previous years? And you was just like, damn, I wish I had that record. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I always say this all the time. Hitmaker made it. Tamar Braxton the one.
Oh, really? Why that record?
Cause I'm big on sampling too.
Oh,
and
wow.
me and him, like, we do the same thing. I'm big on sampling. I like taking like samples. So when he took the Juicy record from B.I.G. and flipped it and slowed it down for her, I'm like, damn, like that's something that's something I could see myself doing. Like, I'm mad because I wanted to make that record. I always wanted to do something like that. So, like, a lot of Tamar Braxton stuff, a lot of Summer Walker stuff, that stuff, like, I like the most right now.
Absolutely. So suppose like somebody, wants to become a producer, right? But they don't have no sense of direction. They don't know what to start with, what to use. Like, what is the first thing you'll tell somebody who's trying to break into the game?
You just gotta, like, you gotta build your sound, and after you build your sound, you just gotta, like, create a team and make sure that you don't ever have to outsource again, and everybody in your team is just loyal and they down, and just make a lot of records and just give them out to anybody, because you gotta increase your chances. So if you can give your record to 100 people, that's 100 different people that can get signed tomorrow based off of your song. You get what I'm saying? So I always say just make a lot of beats and have them on hand, like, just you never know who you're gonna run into. So I say always have a lot of beats, have a flash drive on you or whatever, and network.
So I'm assuming you always with the laptop.
Yeah, bro. My phone, like, I got that AirDrop serious now.
Yeah,
that AirDrop.
Apple too.
Yeah, that AirDrop. So I'm ready.
So like, let's try to go over like, you know, the certain like the producing terms. I'm not really familiar. So like you said compression. There's like different ones. Like explain to us a little bit about like what it is for somebody who may not know.
You know, you got your compression, you got your EQ. Your EQ is the peak, what makes your ears hurt or make your ears, which make it soothing. You got your reverb, which is like echo, and you got your, you know, famous. I know you know this one, auto tune.
Oh
like,
yeah,
those are like the common. Those are like the common thing that's in every record.
Yeah,
yeah. So that's big.
All right, cool. With little promo, man. You still rocking me at the here at the function, man. But up next, we have final thought to see what promo got up next. Plus, we want to see what artists he wants to work with in the near future. So keep it locked and stay tuned.